Happy holidays, community. Here's what's brewing today.
Whitney Houston movie.
Ask your aunties, holiday affair.
And Christmas trivia. So get your eggnog ready for Minority Report. Hey, welcome to Minority Report. It's Auntie Carell.
It's Auntie Dwan.
And it's Auntie Jarrell.
And the sun's shining on this microphone. It's like
Yeah,
glowing.
now
Isn't that
weird?
weird? If you're watching on YouTube right now, it's like a weird little.
It looks like a snow globe almost in front of your snowman.
Exactly. Come on.
No, just hold it like this. Now you just gotta hold it like this.
Yeah, like that. You like it like that. And
I mean,
I'm trying not to rub it too much to make it sound of the thing. But hey, community, how you doing? Subscribe, by the way, before we get to the episode. Subscribe, all that good stuff. And hit the follow button, the bell button, and it helps the algorithms and all that good stuff. You know what to do. Please do it.
Yes. I love that. I'm over here looking like the Grinch. I got on black like I'm going to someone's funeral, and y'all got in the Christmas spirit.
Hey,
look, but my shirt says "Try Jesus." But it just us, not me.
Not me.
So I want the top part to get on the camera. Yeah. I got Jesus somewhere in here.
I got Jesus in this holiday spirit. Don't try me.
Not me.
Try him.
Try him.
Well, community, it's the week of Christmas. By the end of this week, it'll be actually Christmas Day. So if you celebrate Christmas, we know there's a host of holidays out there, but
yes,
but the ones I guess we celebrate.
Happy birthday, Black Jesus!
Hey,
Black Jesus, happy birthday!
You know, speaking of blackity black, I went to Old Navy a couple months ago, and
where is this going?
And like every year,
Navy, and I said,
right? I know. Well, you know, they always put like the holiday pants and pajamas and all that stuff out there.
Kiki
and this
Palmer's
season.
check.
Honey, I know. I'm not mad at it either. But they had a Black Santa this year. I was like, oh, okay, come on, Black Santa on the pants.
Really?
Yeah, Old Navy. Yeah, so I said it to my mom. I was like, because my mom every year gives us new pajamas. I'm like, this is the one I want. Like, can I put my request in? It's like, I want the Black Santa, even though I don't care about Santa like that. But I'm like, look at them finally diversifying Santa out here in these streets. Especially like a place like Old Navy. Like, I feel like Old Navy's like the new JCPenney of yore.
Look, they damn near got the cold cash. They give you Old Navy cash every time you make a purchase.
So I feel like that's like the new family department store that people be going for every year. But yeah,
I love that, especially since last year. Wasn't there there was a whole argument about like a mall that had a Black Jesus, had a Black Santa.
I do recall that.
Yeah, and people were upset, being like, "Well, why Santa got to be black and all this other stuff?" And
why Jesus got to be white? Like, since you come on now,
deliver.
Keep that same energy.
Yep.
He from the Middle East, but he looking like he from Amsterdam. No, ma'am, that's not how it works.
The whole word.
That is not historically accurate.
I know 2022 is just a year of them still mad about shit. That don't even make sense. Little Mermaid and everybody.
Girl, did y'all see that photo though? Flounder. Of how they got Flounder looking for her.
I haven't seen Flounder yet.
Yeah.
And I'm sure by the time
looking like Jar Jar Binks,
might have seen it.
Yeah, y'all should look up. Flounder looks messed up.
Lord. Oh, damn,
yeah,
that's okay. As long as he black, because ain't it the Hamilton guy? The guy from Hamilton, I think.
I actually really don't know the cast of Little Mermaid except for Haley.
Ursula is gonna be Melissa McCarthy.
Okay, that's another one.
Oh, I can see that.
Too. Yeah.
So. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, happy holidays. You know, hopefully you have this week off.
Oh my goodness.
Oh damn. Okay, let me put in the chat.
What in the world? This.
Honey, I know it is. I'm community. Community, go and look at it.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Somebody on Twitter said, "What in God's name is this horrifying creature?"
What is? He need to moisturize. He got scales. He look like he ain't put some lotion on.
Girl, a whole mess.
And look like he been swimming through an oil slick.
I mean,
why he dirty?
Global warming, it might be.
Well,
it's rough in these oceans.
It's hard in the sea for a fish.
I'm done.
I'm saying. Okay, Flounder, we'll get you together, Flounder.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully you have this week off, community, and maybe next week. And we know that not everyone, because like I guess us three, we're in corporate America at this point, that it's a little easier to take a lot of these, days off around the holidays because nobody doing shit. No way. But I know
they given us 2 weeks off. We didn't. I didn't have to take off too. They gave us 2 weeks. And they gave us the last week off, and they gave us the first week off of the year.
That's what a lot of corporate places. That's what they should be doing, honestly, because ain't nobody doing.
Ain't no work getting done.
Ain't
that part. That part. Yeah. That part.
Just shut down.
Yeah. Especially when the holidays fall like on the weekend like that, like on a Monday. Like I know, even like going to like New Year's. My client, they're usually like you'll take like January 2nd off. They're taking like the 30th or whatever off or something like that. And so they're going back in on the 2nd. I was like, you won't see me there. I'll be there on maybe like the 3rd or the 4th. Somewhere.
That part.
Because our company, we're taking the 2nd off. That's when our New Year's Day is. And they pushed theirs until the end of 22. I was like,
I don't want that.
Like, who's going into the office after today, New Year's Day? No, nobody.
That part.
Who goes into the office?
Me.
That's
a flex, right? She leaned back, said,
Me too.
She said, I'm cozy again. That's the thing for cozy.
Y'all need to fix that.
I know, right?
Jesus?
Jesus. Black Jesus at that.
Black Jesus.
I've been dropping it low for a minute.
Love.
I know, that's right. But it's crazy again that it's this holiday season that it speeds up every year. I'm like, oh, it's the holiday season, we there, and now we the week before, like we the week of, house, right? So we're recording this a little before, but by this time I'm going to Michigan this particular week. Be with the fam, so I'm excited to do that. Chill with the fam. Are you going? Are you guys? What are you guys doing? Are you staying in Seattle, Jarrell? Are you going or?
Well, still the details are still out. Not sure, but my mother-in-law might be around at some point, either this week or next week.
Okay.
So still trying to arrange those details.
Yeah.
But it'll be the first time that I actually get to meet her as well too. So hopefully that will happen. If not, because I have the 2 weeks off, I think I'm gonna spend New Year's, my birthday, and my mom's birthday back home in Minneapolis. Minneapolis. And my sister's birthday is the 8th, so I'll leave that Sunday. So I'll try to be there for all 3 of my birthdays. I haven't done that in a while, so I think that's pretty much about it. Other than that, I'm saving all the coins really to be ripping and running in 2023. I'm trying to be like Auntie Shar was, so I said I took notes. She took notes.
Yes. Trying to see these Italian menses.
Yes. If I could go back. Lord. Good Lord, have mercy. Black Jesus, right,
Black Jesus.
I got another request.
Why you taking requests?
I know that's right.
You mine up too.
Look, ask for what you want.
Father, can you hear?
That's what I learned.
Look, a closed mouth won't get fed. So
I want to be part of your world.
Ho
ho ho.
All of my dick.
I know that's right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, but I'm gonna I didn't go home for Thanksgiving, but I'll definitely go home for Christmas. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think I think I'm gonna have to have a conversation with my sister. I think we might have to officially ban the use of Monopoly as a game to play with the family, because
yeah,
they get too heated.
Some people can't take it. I can take it, but some people cannot take it.
It's like let's play categories instead of Taboo or something.
Come on, Scrabble.
No, Scrabble be getting heated too. That motherfucking word.
You right. You
know what?
You know, the mom got that cussing ass niece, so she might cuss him out.
What the fuck is this shit? XI Z.
I'm still dying at that video you posted on the IG story from Minority Report a while ago. Yeah, was it like
it was like
your
this.
Motherfucking ass in this motherfucking bedroom right
now. So for the community, I know a lot of y'all already probably saw this episode or watched this episode or listened to it, but several months ago, it came. We in the family came to find out that my little now 10-year-old niece has a mouth like a sailor. Like, she was in the room playing Roblox or whatever the
one of the kids be playing.
Whatever the shits they be playing. And she was going ham, just dropping all kinds of motherfuckers and bullshit and da-da-da-da-da. You'd have messed up my player, you idiot. And I'm just like, and my sister sent us the video, and I'm just like, mouth agape. Clutch the pearls. Not my little munchkin. Not my.
You gonna get cold in your stocking.
But it's funny because not funny. It's actually refreshing because my sister had a conversation with her afterwards, and because my niece is real slick with that stuff. Like, let me take a step back. My nephew, her older brother, has been saying to us, y'all don't know the real Skyland. Y'all just don't know. Y'all don't know the real one. Because she has this very soft spoken voice. She's like she's just like cotton candy. She is just
so we thought.
So we thought. And meanwhile, you close the door, this motherfucking
These motherfuckers ain't stopping me. These motherfuckers ain't stopping me.
Like, how in the world? Ooh. Yeah, that's wild though.
That's funny. Question for you, Dewan. Like now, obviously, like the way we don't be working at work, these TV shows and networks don't be working either. They be like putting all these holiday themed shows and baking contests. Do you watch them all though? Like, I know you watch a lot of like you like the plethora of TV, so you don't get into like the holiday themed shows and the baking championships with Jesse Palmer. With Jesse Palmer's fine ass, he's a man that aged quite well. You don't. So what do you watch this time of year? Because that's all that's out there.
Yeah, I avoid all that holiday bullshit.
Really?
I don't want to see your mama coming over for Christmas. I don't want to I don't want to see you trying out how to make a gingerbread house. And no, I'm not interested in that. Like, no, I watch regular stuff. Just give me a good murder mystery documentary with some, dismembered bodies and unassuming neighbors. I'm good.
You good.
Or give me some like sci-fi, like multiple universe string theory kind of like. I love all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But all the lifetime, love and happiness in the holidays. Keep all that.
So let's talk about it then. Let's talk about it because the Whitney Houston movie comes out this month.
Yeah.
Are y'all gonna watch it? It comes out this week of this episode, so
I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
I don't think I'm gonna go to the movie theater to watch it. I'll say that.
Yeah.
If it come on Netflix or whatever in like 6 months, okay, I might check it out one random day. It seems already very whitewashed.
Yeah.
Even though that's like what a lot of the black community at that time had an issue with the whitewashing of her. But like I feel because it's by the producers of Bohemian Rhapsody, and so that already tell me they ain't part of our community. So I don't know if they're gonna get in there again.
I don't know. Bohemian Rhapsody was really good though. It was really good.
It was fine to me.
I mean, well, maybe because I don't know a lot. That's Freddie Mercury, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I wanted like all the
maybe because
drugs, sex, and alcohol, and they didn't.
Well, see, that's the thing.
And I think that's maybe because I don't know them. I didn't know that much about him. That like for me, I was like, damn. Yeah. So I mean, I thought, and then like when they were doing at the end of that movie too, like the comparison of like what the film looked like versus
that was cool.
Like I was like, damn, they really.
And it looks like they're gonna do that with this one with Whitney, where she's wearing that gold moment. They're gonna have kind of like that big concert moment, which is cool.
I think my biggest problem with the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, it was entertaining to watch because like you, I didn't know a lot about him. I knew like what you knew of him, you know, the fact that he was to some degree gay / gender fluid, or you know, or whatever his, you know, however he identifies, was not you know, cisgender straight, you know, and to be a rebel, you know, and to live in his truth even at that time was just phenomenal. But one of the problems I had with it was that you never really got to see, there was no main conflict, there was no real conflict. And I think that's, listen, a lot of us, maybe, you know, some of the younger folks out there who don't know as much about Whitney would find this interesting, but the reality of it is that if you're not telling the gutter truth, if you're not giving us a little bit of the, you know, the reality TV Whitney, you know, like dancing in
Bobby,
Bobby, like I don't know that I want it. Like
the episode where Bobby's rubbing out the boo boo from her body,
right?
That's like, what I'm on.
This to me reads, when I saw the trailer, it reads like one of those those like Korean karaoke places where they give you the off-brand version of the video for the song that you picked.
I'm not playing that you.
It's giving me that. It's giving me that energy. And
you sounded like you was excited to see it.
No, I'm not excited to see it.
Dewan and I are like, ugh.
No.
Is this another Sierra? Is why Sierra jumping? Is this another?
No. No, honestly, I'm gonna see it. Just because I really love Whitney Houston. And I just I mean, honestly, it still makes me very sad to think about her not being here anymore, like, and that we will never have another. Like, I think of like, and I love music, not to Carell's extent, but like, I just knowing the fact that we will never have another like that, it makes me sad, you know? And so like, I think for nostalgia purposes, I think I'm going to support, and I think it's going to make me happy to some degree. And I'm gonna set the bar very low, so that way I'm not being like disappointing, because I'm not expecting to go in there and learn some shit that I don't know. You know, it's Whitney motherfucking Houston. You know, so at this point, I really just want to go to be entertained. I want to go and hear the music, and just to think about her story and you know, her journey. So, and it's only gonna cost me like 50 cents to go watch the damn movie anyway. So not like I'm going, because I do the Regal Pass where you pay $20 a month. You can see as many movies as you want for like 50 cents, because all you pay is for the taxes of it. So I got a
controversial statement.
Oh Lord.
and a question for y'all relative to this topic, changing the topic.
Okay.
My controversial statement is, for me personally, I would be interested actually to see my favorite director, who y'all know,
Ryan Murphy.
Yes. I would actually like to see him do a version of the Whitney Houston story, because I feel like he leans into things that are salacious. And even though I don't like when he does scripted TV, his biographies have been like OJ, Dahmer, Feud, like those have been really, really riveting. So I feel like he could probably do that justice. So my question to y'all is, he wouldn't be my first choice, but I think that he could do it justice. Let's put it that way. But my question to y'all is, who do you think could do justice to the Whitney Houston story as a director producer?
I don't know, because I really don't know directors like that.
Like F. Gary Gray, who did the NWA one, I think would be dope. Or like rest his soul, John Singleton. But He's obviously not here.
Yeah.
Maybe Ava DuVernay.
Yeah.
Maybe Ava.
Yeah. I was thinking of oh shoot, her name just escaped me. But she's the one that does The Shy.
Lena.
Lena Dunham?
Mm-hmm.
Lena Dunham. Why doesn't that sound right?
That's a white woman.
Oh,
no,
Lena Waithe.
Lena Waithe.
Lena Waithe. Thank you.
I said
Why does
that's
that
a
not
white.
sound right?
You hear me? I said that's a white woman.
I mean, my DNA may swing a little bit to the white's butt. I know black when I hear it.
I'm so weak, and I'm like, yeah.
I'm like.
And I was thinking too in my head, like,
that don't sound right.
But that don't sound right.
Yeah. I would actually love to see Lena Waithe do it, because I feel like there is like a raw, very
Alexa. Alexa. Smithy's gonna come for that ass in the DMs for that moment. I feel it in my spirit. Alexa. I agree. She would do it justice. I agree with you on that. Oh Lord. So I mean, I don't know. I want to dance with somebody else in the crib. Maybe. I don't think I'm going to dance with somebody in the theater for this one.
Yeah.
But it might be that moment where Corey's like, "Let's go to the movies," and if so, and knowing him, he probably would want to actually see this one. So it's probably come down to him. And if he say, "Let's go," I'm gonna go. But it's not my priority. I'll say that.
It could that is definitely, like, thinking of the time of the year when it's like dark at 3:00 in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. It's cold. It's crusty. It's like, you want to, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that time of year where it's like there ain't shit to do. You go outside, the moisture in your nose freeze up, and like it's. But
I feel you.
That could be one of those. Like, to your point, Carell, that could be one of those moments to be like, we ain't got nothing to do. Oh yeah, that Whitney movie's out, and it's like, it's just, you know what you get. You know that it's just going to be like fluff and music that you already know. You can sing along with it. You don't have to be like, to your point, Jerome, not having high expectations.
And so many people go to the movies during the holidays, like around Christmas. Like, so many people do that as a Christmas. Actually. Yeah, and that's another reason why I would say, like, I think a lot of people will see it, because people do that. Like, I told this story on here. Like, I still remember seeing Dreamgirls on Christmas with my grandma.
With your fighting grandma.
I'm sorry.
It's so funny to think back, like, and obviously Community, like, next week we'll be getting to like some of our favorite moments of the year, but it's funny, like, how much we've learned about each other on this damn podcast too. Like, as much as we're sharing it with you all, which is crazy, like, we're also sharing these little moments with each other. It's just it's cool. It's cool. It's just like, damn, hold on, why I know that? Oh, because we shared it on here. Like, it's cool. So if you don't know that little tidbit, that's a nugget somewhere in these episodes.
Somewhere.
Because this is episode 202, so that's crazy. To over 200.
I do feel
episodes.
Like with the topics, they range in so many different areas of life, from like, what would you do? What's driving your philosophy? What do you believe? Like, all of these things, that are the core of who a person may be, that you really don't uncover those unless, there's something to trigger those kinds of conversations. Because on a regular, it's not like we be asking, like, follow question. Oh, hey, are you going to go see da 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 da? And then it'll be like, nope, or thumbs down in the chat,
right?
And that's the end of the conversation. But like, here we actually have an opportunity to explore a little bit deeper. So
that is true. That is true. Yeah. But So now you say it, like, while I'm home this week with my family, it might, because usually we try to go see some movie. Usually it's some big movie this week. Like, it's usually like Star Wars or something.
Because last year it was a goddamn Matrix.
Oh, leave us alone. And that was still kind of, and that was like, I need to go back. It. Have you watched it since again?
I've since watched it. So when we first talked about it, my perspective has
changed.
Not completely changed, but it has certainly evolved. Because when I first watched it, I had so many expectations.
Shut up, Jarrell.
She doesn't have to be
shut all the way down.
That's fine.
You brought it up.
Exactly.
No.
So here we go. Here we go. Exactly. You can just sit this one out like I do when we talk about sports.
Feet is up.
But like when I watched it in the movie, I had so many kind of like expectations, even though I was trying to like push those down. And there were so many layers in it that I didn't really appreciate it. I've since seen that movie 8 times now.
Oh, really?
8 or 9 times. I've rewatched it. And it gets better, for me, better every time because of the lore that's associated with it and the kind of questions that it's really asking about, like, well, what is real.
2 weeks off. Maybe I'll go back and watch. Maybe no, I won't watch all of them because that's a lot of hours. I'll go back and watch this one again.
Do it on a flight. Do it on a flight.
Yeah.
I've watched it twice on 2 different flights, and again, it's just that is a movie that movie now has surpassed the first Matrix movie for me in terms of if I ranked all 4 of the movies. Numero uno, the very first Matrix. It's outranked that for me. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, what kind of eggnog you drinking, sis? Because that don't make sense.
She done spiked the eggnog.
Girl.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. But speaking of that, let me see here before I kind of get into that. Just make sure I didn't, because this would send us down the rabbit hole. Okay. Anyway, so obviously, I love Christmas music and all that stuff. We all love Christmas music. But it was interesting. I was thinking as we were getting ready for this episode, I was like, do I even know what the top albums, and do I listen to the top albums every Christmas? At least what the world has deemed top albums, just based on how much they bought it over time, versus like what is on my list. And I hear myself in the background.
Do you?
Yeah, someone's earphones are bleeding. That means it's probably been bleeding the whole time. Anyway,
did you check your headphones again? Because last time, you were giving just a tip.
All in. So we'll see. But I was curious. Do you guys who do you think would be even in the top 10 holiday albums of all time sold? And before we hopped on, Jarrell was mentioning Kelly Clarkson, and I had already told him that ain't in there. But what are you saying, Dewan? What do you think?
No, I was just so holiday albums sold / like the most popular,
like top 10 best-selling Christmas albums of all time.
I think it
whole
would be
albums, right?
Yeah.
Not just
not
songs. Yeah.
Okay, because that takes Mariah Carey out.
I would say I Can't Believe It's Not Christmas Volume 1 is pretty much up there.
Oh, those okay.
But I just made that up. I don't know. I like I said at the beginning. I don't know. I don't know albums like that.
And I mean, and maybe think of it this way: there's certain Christmas songs that are going to be on every retail.
Okay, Michael Bublé.
So.
Michael Bublé is in that top 10, hands down, because that motherfucker make money on all year round when it comes to that. So I know for a fact Michael Bublé is in there.
Okay. Anyone else?
I would say probably some of the old crooners. Nat King Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His Christmas album. Maybe something by I don't know, Dean Martin or what's that other crooner? I can't think of his name right now.
You're thinking like a Frank Sinatra or something like that?
Oh,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's I was gonna say the one that all the Italians listen to, but that was a stereotype, and I didn't want to be that. Perpetuate that. So
mouth the gate for Jarrell. And this sun is doing some craziness right now. Okay, so those are good answers. So Nat King Cole is in there. I'll give you that one.
Okay.
There's got to be a gospel album in there, like a Winans Christmas or like a
Mahalia Jackson or something.
Yeah, there's got to be something like that in that top.
Okay, let's hear
You
him.
would
Let's
like
hear
to
him.
think, but there's too many white people in this world to have.
Yeah,
and
that's why I'm not saying them. Yeah.
Okay, so what I
Let's hear him.
found doing this research is a lot of folks actually don't completely know because they didn't have scan cells until 1991 of like, you know, so it's always like this prior to and post thing that it's always hard to compare actual sales before. So the ones that seemingly, and I looked at across a couple articles and some of them were slightly different, but and we won't do in particular order because the orders are kind of different between the two articles. Mannheim Steamroller has two of them that kind of consistently popped up in both, and I was like, of course.
That's a Hallmark pushed endorsed album. Like, it's been sitting in every Hallmark store for like the last 35 years. That makes it, that tracks.
And so there's two of them in here. So there's one that's called Mannheim Steamroller, A Fresh Eye Christmas, that came out in '88. And there's another one that they have called just Mannheim Steamroller Christmas that came out in '84. So those seem to be across both the articles as well. Nat King Cole came up in both of these articles that I found. So you're good on that one. And it's so funny because it's called The Magic of Christmas. And it got two white people on the cover. So he had to sell the white people at that time. Which sucks. Which is sad. It's like, here's Nat King Cole. We got that black dude just crooning. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. And he had to put some white people on the cover to sell that shit. Get that coin, though.
By any means necessary. Did the Nutcracker show up on that list?
The Nutcracker did not show up on this list.
That's interesting.
Yeah, no.
That's interesting.
Nope.
Honestly, when I play Christmas music, I generally don't, because I generally don't. But if I want to be in the holiday spirit, I'll play the Nutcracker.
I like the Nutcracker too. Yeah,
I love the Nutcracker, and I've seen the Nutcracker like a gazillion times.
What are some of the other ones?
Some of the other ones. So you were kind of like one list had Michael Bublé in there, and this other one didn't. But there's someone in that kind of same world that showed up in both of them. Does that ring a bell? Someone similar to a Michael Bublé.
Another white person?
Taylor Swift?
Nope. Her Christmas album's not that good, by the way.
I'm just saying. You know,
Josh
Groban.
Like
a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, Josh Groban.
Oh, yeah.
The second I saw that, I was like, that was a huge ass album. I remember people used to be all on this album.
Yeah.
So that one has shown up in both of them. Mariah Carey has shown up in both of them. So her album is in there, of course. Okay. Celine Dion's Christmas album is showing up in both of them.
Is it her full Christmas album, or is it just the album of All I Want for Christmas?
Nope, just the full album. First Mariah Carey, the first Merry Christmas by Mariah Carey, not the second.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Because that second one wasn't that good. So that's been in both of them, but the one Kenny G. Miracles, the holiday album.
Okay, I could see that.
Like, I could totally see that.
Because there was a moment in the '90s where that's all you heard every Christmas was damn Kenny G shit. But the one that seems to be the top selling one in both of the articles, and I even looked at a third one and it came up, was Elvis. Elvis's Christmas album is the top selling holiday album of all time. Yeah.
Huh.
And they're saying like 20 million plus. Like both articles were saying like millions of albums. Wow. This Elvis Christmas album. So yeah. I'll have a blue Christmas without
I wonder who owns the masters for that. Oof, you know, I mean, not that we have to like, because I could just imagine, that album has been sampled.
Yeah.
For so many kinds of TV shows, commercials, or whatever. And around this time of year, like you want to buy the album, the songs that are, that you're hearing a lot of.
Because knowing Elvis, he ain't even the first one that probably recorded it.
Well,
let's see. Blue Christmas is a Christmas song written by Billy Hayes and J.W. Johnson, and most famously performed by Elvis Presley. It was first recorded by Doy Odell, I don't know who this is, in 1948. So let's see who Doy is. Is this a white person or a black person? Oh, it's a white person. So it looks like a kind of old Western kind of looking guy. So whoever wrote this, so the Billy Hayes and J.W. Johnson, those are the one. But you got to also recall though, back then when they wrote this early, let's see here, like the 60s and shit, they didn't have the same kind of laws in place as they do now of like who gets the royalties and things like that. So I'm sure they still get chunk of change somehow, some way, but not to the extent as if like the 80s and stuff, like 70s and 80s, when that shit started to kind of roll around where you really got the royalties that you deserve to get. So yeah, it was just interesting. And honestly, a lot of these songs I do have at some way, somehow in a playlist. But, you know, for us, there's some other folks that you like to see in those lists and hear at this time.
Absolutely.
Because the Temptation's got to be in there somewhere.
The Temptation, right? Because honestly, I don't even think I can hear his voice singing a Christmas song. I don't, because I've never really was an Elvis fan to begin with. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Blue Christmas you hear everywhere. Like you probably don't even realize it's him. Yeah, because it'd be everywhere. It'd be in every retail store. It'd be in every movie, every whatever.
Oh, I'm sure with my 11 years in retail, I'm sure that I've heard that song for sure.
You heard.
But I've also gotten really good at being like, I did not tune the fuck out. So yeah.
Is there and like I'm sure we've talked about this in other episodes, but is there? And I don't know if I've framed the question this way before. Is there an album or song you have to listen to first to get you started into that holiday mood? Or can it shift every year and you're like, okay, I'm going to play this one first to kind of get me in this mood?
I'm kind of like, Duane said this a little bit earlier. I really don't care to listen to Christmas music. And the truth of the fact is, yes. Yeah, basically. Because that man will play it in the middle of June. Okay. Like, it's a no for me.
Corey, back in like September, there's certain Christmas songs that he has found a playlist that he will play that calms him down to either cook or whatever. And he was playing stuff back in like September. Yeah. And I forget the name of the songs. There's an instrumental that he'll play starting early on now. And I don't know if that's me kind of rubbing off pause on him or what. But there's certain that I find throughout the year he'll put on a certain playlist that he likes. And I could tell that he's trying to calm himself down from whatever it may be or whatever.
Yeah, I'll listen to on Christmas only.
Okay. I had to delete Christmas albums, whole albums out of my library because I would get mad when I'm like, just a shuffle, and I'm like, and it's going through the music, and it could be all kind of different genres, but as soon as it hits that holiday music, I'm like, oh god damn this shit, I don't want to.
That is me too. That is.
So I was like, delete, and I added back in the holiday time frame because I want to have a playlist of some stuff if I'm hosting a party or whatever. But no, I don't want to hear it any other time.
Oh, that's sad.
Not for me.
Right.
Not for me.
We good.
We are Gucci.
Right.
Oh, I gotta play that Kirk Franklin one. I gotta play Mariah. Even the John Legend album that he released a few years ago is a dope Christmas holiday album now.
I will tell you that Mariah All I Want for Christmas, that truly gets me in a holiday spirit.
That's that Mariah Carey Lamb Stand moment.
But even if I wasn't, that song is just like, you don't think, whenever that song comes on, you think about Christmas and you think about Macy's. That's it.
Honestly, that song does not do it for. I can't hear that song at all. Yeah, I can't. And the reason I think outside of the retail reason is the gay bars. They play it all the time.
All the time.
You go out,
all the time.
You will hear that song like 7-8 times in a night.
But it'd be kind of fire though when you drinking a little bit and that shit come on and everybody get lit. So you try not to get lit, but you like, oh shit, hold on.
Yeah. And that's exactly the reason why I can't hear it any other time, because I need to be drunk.
Be in that environment, right? You gotta be drinking. I've been drinking.
So pass me that spiked eggnog, auntie.
I know that's right. I don't like. Do y'all like eggnog?
Hell no. Oh,
I don't like eggnog either.
That's
Yeah, it's a no for me, dog.
My mama used to force that on me.
I haven't had like real eggnog, like not like some company that made it or whatever. Like I haven't had that in a real time, because like all the other eggnogs that you buy, like from the supermarket or whatever, it tastes like syrup to me. It's too sugary. It's it literally tastes like creamer that you put in your coffee. You know, just and that I'm not a big fan of. But like I like the flavor of it. Like if you're making it from scratch, I'm down. But the store-bought shit, I'll pass.
Someone came to a holiday party last year with that, and I clowned the fuck out of them the whole night. Don't you bring no eggnog to a party and it's BYOB. No,
that's not.
Now, if you hosting the party, absolutely.
Do what you want in your own crib.
Wait, right. Do not go to someone else's party and bring that shit.
Why?
That's disrespectful.
How? It's in the spirit of the holidays.
Get out the different story.
It'd be a different story if it was like Easter and you bring an eggnog. Like,
right.
No,
it does make sense for the spirit of the holiday. It's the drink of the holiday.
No, it's not the drink of the holiday. It is not.
What's the drink of the holiday then? Henny?
Not that. Not that.
She said hot cocoa.
Right. Hot cocoa. Right, there you go. Boom.
You know what? There ain't nothing like some hot cocoa on a cold ass winter day. Oh my God, that is.
Yeah,
I love me some with a little bit of Kahlua in there too. Just
all the above. Have you ever had it with schnapps or not schnapps? What's the peppermint?
Yeah, peppermint schnapps.
Yeah, peppermint schnapps.
Yeah, I have.
Even though I don't like peppermint schnapps, sometimes with the little cocoa though, it'd be tasting right.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah.
Ooh, I want some right now. Damn.
Yeah, like Fizz will have to make this for y'all sometime, but he makes this really good like
eggnog.
He's serving you that eggnog.
I mean, his eggnog is.
I don't know about that.
No, but he makes like this wine and like cinnamon and
it's
like
mulled wine.
Yeah, I think essentially it's mulled wine, but they call it something different over there in Albania, in the Balkans. But it is so good, and bitch, you be lit off your fucking ass.
What does it taste like? What's the flavor profile of this?
I don't know. It's literally like apple juice mixed with wine and cinnamon and like some nutmeg in there. It's really good. And he like boils it and boils it. It's so good. Like one cup, like one glass will have me lit.
Wow.
Have me together. And it's like a warm drink too, so you drink.
Why hasn't they ever done this for like the Dallas trips and stuff like that? Why hasn't they ever just made that for us?
You got his number.
You right.
I don't speak for her.
Right.
If I've learned
my
anything,
vacation, I'm trying to turn up. I ain't trying to work.
If I learned anything in the 6 years, that's not to speak for that man. He got his own mouth. So
I am dying over this Uncle Ben's Billy Goat white beard that
I know,
Carell is giving with the sunlight.
Giving like that little stripe.
This Colonel Sanders. This Colonel Sanders beardling.
We're about to take a quick tea break, and I'm gonna put these shades down right quick.
All right, let's take a tea break.
Take a quick little tea break. We interrupt this episode for very important information.
That's right. You've been asking for it for a long time, and we have heard you.
Yep, it's been a long time coming, but it's finally here.
Yo aunties
got
merch. Hey, that's right. You know what? We got tees, we got long tees, we got sweatshirts, we got fanny packs, there's just a whole gamut of stuff out there. So go and check that out.
We are so appreciative of your love and support, and we are so excited to launch it. Girl, where can we find it at?
Ma'am, they can head right over to minorityReport.com to check out the selection.
That's right. That's MINORITEA report.com.
Woo! I'm about to go get me some myself. I tried to shut the blinds. And like the blinds we have is not like blackout blinds, curtains. It's really just the kind of like
the filter blinds.
Right, the filter is. But the way this sun is directly like, so the house that's out this window is like starting to go behind that house a little bit, but it's like perfectly going in between the top of kind of like the blind, between the top of the blind. I don't know how to describe it. I'll put a picture up maybe. So give me about 10 minutes. We'll be good. We'll be Gucci.
We'll be Gucci.
All right, community. We actually do have an Ask Your Aunties this week for the holidays.
Yes.
And so what time is it?
Ask your
auntie.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell.
And this one, like, so when I was just looking up stuff to talk about holiday wise, I saw this question pop up on the internet. So this is not one the community sent in, but I was like, ooh, let's talk about this one because I don't know. So it says, my brother and I are really close, and he just told me he has been having an affair and wants to leave his marriage. But first, he wants to fly 3,000 miles with his wife and my two beloved sons, or my two beloved nephews, to spend one last Christmas as a family at our house. If I say yes, I'm a complicit liar. If I say no, I'm a terrible sister. What do I do?
I'll start first, and I can't tell you how to feel, but this is also your brother and your family, and if they want to spend time at your house, then I think that can happen. But I think it warrants a conversation around, like what those conversations could potentially look like if they're spending time at your place, because that could be quite awkward. So that, if something comes up about whatever that you feel like you would be put in a position where you have to lie, I think you need to have a conversation with your brother about what you're willing and not willing to do. And if the brother is, whatever your brother is doing, and you don't want to be complicit into perpetuating stories or lying on behalf of your brother, that's one thing. So I would say, if the question is, do I have them come or not? I would say have them come, spend time with your family, because who knows, things could turn around.
Yeah.
Things could absolutely turn around. You just don't know. And if you value the time with your family, spend the time with your family. Just be clear with your brother, that there are certain things that you will not do on his behalf. It doesn't mean you don't love them, and it doesn't mean that you don't, cherish the relationship. And it doesn't mean that, blood is not thicker than water, but if honesty and integrity is something that you value, then you can say, listen, I'm not going to lie on your behalf. So if there's a conversation that comes up, I'm going to either excuse myself out of the conversation, or, I'm going to tell the truth or speak what I know. But that would be my advice. Spend time with your family.
Jarrell.
I guess, like, for me, it kind of depends, similar to what Dewan's saying. Like, it depends on the conversations that's going to be had. Like, honestly, like, if that conversation isn't going to be really brought up around the holidays while y'all are together, then, I mean, don't, spend time with your family. Like, you don't have to insert yourself into their situation. So I would say try not to, feel like you need to tell him what to do in his marriage and in his relationship. Like, don't cross that line, but just make sure you draw the line of saying, hey, like, if everyone's going to come to my place, this is the vibe, this is the energy, this is how we're going to do things. And if that's not what you're bringing, then stay your ass at home. But if they can follow those rules, then come on over. And honestly, I feel like that's how it should always be, no matter who house, or whoever come to your house. Make sure they abide by your rules and how you want things to happen in your own home. So if he is like, yo, I mean, I ain't leaving her on Christmas Day, well then, all right, cool then.
Bake
Come
that
on
pie.
over. Okay. Right. But I understand, though, feeling kind of bad because, like, it's the holiday season, and then you also have an affair, and you being a fuck nigga, on the side. Like, it's kind of fucked up, but I would not have that conversation around the holidays. Even if you feel some kind of way about it, I would wait till after the holiday to then say that and be like, hey, going forward, this shit ain't flying no more. You need to figure out what's going on in your life and your own home and your own marriage, and keep my ass out of it. I'm trying to protect my peace, and that's what. And to protect my peace, I gotta say, it's a no for me.
Yeah, no, I'm with you guys, and it's kind of odd that he told you this. like I get the closeness and everything. That's awesome that I guess you're that close that those conversations are had. I guess honestly, that's what you want out of any relationship, is just the pure honesty. But damn, right before the holidays and we trying to eat and everything, and now I got this on me, and now I feel selfish because now I want like my last hurrah with my nephews and family, how it is. Like that's a lot to put on someone right before the holidays. Before like, so that sucks, and that shows that your brother kind of selfish. And now it's put you in a situation where you got to be selfish for, like you said, your own peace and things like that to enjoy the holidays you want to, and now you're gonna be tiptoeing in them J's around the holiday. Yeah, no, that's crazy. But I think you all nailed it. It's just like I would probably have the conversation up front before y'all get here. Don't be bringing no bullshit. Don't be doing shit that's gonna make it awkward for me now to have to decide between my brother and me trying to be a stand-up human being. And once you kind of get that off your chest, enjoy the holidays, like Jarrell and Dewan said. Enjoy what you can. You don't know the situation. Maybe your brother will have a moment saying, "No, I value my family way more than the affair I'm having," and things might change, and he might realize that during the holidays and things like that. I don't know, but don't insert yourself where you don't need to be right now, because it's not the time of the year to do so. Because for some folks, the holidays is more triggering than anything. A lot of times, for me, I enjoy the holidays. I genuinely do. I love the festivity. I love holiday music. I love it all. I love my family, etc. But I also realize not everyone has that. Situation. Yeah. So this might be a triggering something for the wife. It might be a triggering for something for the nephews. You just don't know what you don't know. So I wouldn't insert yourself into something that don't need to be inserted into, just to prove your point that you're a stand-up human being. That I wouldn't take that approach. Yeah. So
that is a very complicated. That's a very complicated situation, because I feel like, and everybody's different in the context of their relationships. I've always taken or at least I try as much as possible to take the perspective of, I don't involve other people in my relationship stuff until it is done. Like if I'm trying to figure some shit out or whatever, or I'm dealing with some stuff, I try to deal with that as best I can on my own, or with like a therapist or something like that, somebody that's not invested in the relationships, because people, like, relationships can go back and forth, and once you taint the picture of your partner a certain way to someone else, and then you've forgiven them, or you see them differently, or you've gotten past it, those other people that got that story about this, that, and the other, and the things that they did, that picture has not gone away for them. And so it makes it really challenging. And I get, like, I'm super close with my sister, and we talk about a lot of things, but we don't as much talk about the interdynamics of relationships, unless it's like very general kind of stuff. For that, I mean, I've seen people come and go in her life. She's seen people come and go in my life. And it puts, by putting that information on your sister or your mother or whomever about the person that you're with, and you haven't made a decision. Like, it's one thing to say, okay, I just want to let you know, sis, we have decided to end our marriage, but for the sake of our children, we don't want to, overshadow the holidays with the news that we're separating. So we want to have one last holiday together. I'm just letting you know that we already had this conversation. We're cool with the decision. Yes, it's unfortunate, but after the holidays, then we're going to go ahead and go with the proceedings. But I just want to let you, that is a very different thing than somebody saying, oh yeah, by the way, I'm, messing with this chick over here. She don't even know about it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave her ass after the holidays. But hey, what do you
Real
want me to
talk.
bring to the holiday?
Right.
Like
You
that's
want
a
me to make the
very
mac and
different.
cheese?
Right, that's a very different. And I get like, oh yeah, we being open and transparent, but also you have to be responsible with the information you're sharing with the people that you care about, and not ensure that you're not putting them in an awkward position. And I feel like this is putting the sister in an awkward position
1000.
that she didn't ask for. Who's to say that she and the sister don't get along? And
Yeah.
the wife does something like, she criticizes, like she'll criticize a table setting, or she brings like a,
Like, your potato
mac and
salad
cheese
ain't
with
hitting
like,
this year.
right. And there's and you know what ain't gonna be hitting too?
Well, guess
Your
what?
husband, right? It's like, don't let there be some spiked eggnog, and the wife then say some slick shit, and then
and then the sister then be like, well, oh, while you talking about my home, let's talking about your
Let's tell you what I'm talking about.
That's some real shit.
That is some
but
real
I
shit.
feel, but I feel like people mistake being transparent and being close with not having boundaries. And you can be really close, but have boundaries,
Yes.
especially with what you share and how you share it with people that are close to you, that also have. It'd be a different story if like your sister didn't know your wife or whatever, but if there are relationships that are involved, even if those relationships are through you got to do better.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real. So, enjoy that apple pie. Enjoy that sweet potato pie. Them cookies. That ham. The mashed potatoes. That dressing. That
them greens. them green beans.
Honey. Green
like, come
bean,
on.
potato. Banana. You name it. Enjoy that, and honestly, I would also give the advice even after the holidays: don't insert yourself where you don't need to be.
Yeah.
Let your brother do that shit. Like, and I won't even bring it up. Like, are you still having that affair? Or you gonna leave? Like, don't. I personally like let your brother deal with that shit, and I get that now. You just hope it doesn't come back, but like, and you knew this whole time. Like, I hope he doesn't put you in that situation. Then that's when you might have to throw your brother underneath that damn bus. But like,
oh, you doing the bending,
right? So, but yeah, that's a tough one. So yeah, when I saw that question, I was like, damn. so even though people, go ahead.
Just real quick, are there people in your lives that you are this degree of transparent with outside of your partner? Is there anybody are there people in your lives that you're that transparent with? We all have different relationships with people.
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's anyone. I'm trying to think outside of Corey. Would I tell? I don't think. Maybe my sister. I'm trying to think. My brother. Like, I don't think to this degree. I don't think I would call them up and say, "Guess what? I'm having an affair and I'm leaving Corey."
What you want me to bring in Christmas?
Right? No.
Yeah.
No.
What about you, Jarrell? Are there people in your life that you're this degree of transparent with? Like, you tell them everything.
Yeah, Paul, my best friend Paul in Chicago. He's one person that like I tell everything. We talk. I mean, we're just so close. And he's really just been there for me a lot, especially my 20s when I could have been in some bad places, been in some bad situations and stuff like that. And so we've been there for each other. So yeah, he was someone I would yeah. And honestly, I would probably say something to y'all too.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, what I tell
y'all? And honestly, yeah, and honestly, I would say I would tell y'all too. One, just because I know that like if I'm missing the facts, I know I'm gonna get the rest of the facts from y'all. I know y'all gonna help me make a wiser decision and be like, all right, actually, Jarrell, okay, you fucked up. You should have thought about this. Like y'all would help me level out myself because I'm a very black and white person. And so I think you two would help bring something out of me that a perspective that I've never would have thought of. So I definitely would say something to you two as well. Yeah. But other than that, honestly, I ain't saying nothing to anyone else because I feel like everyone, kind of to Dewan's point, sometimes like, people would make their, will have their own issues, or they may feel inserted into the situation and stuff like that too. And I know because y'all have your own relationship with Fizz, I know y'all would not. Y'all would be able to just be like, all right, I'm gonna talk to you, my sis. And I know him, so like I also can
empathize with the totality.
Right, because I feel like y'all would understand where I would be coming from, because y'all have a relationship with him, so y'all could be like, all right, I can see him doing something like this or whatever the case is and stuff like that too. So I wouldn't insert anyone who does not know him.
That part.
Got it. Okay.
Because I don't want someone to play favoritism, because some friends will be like, oh yeah, you right, bitch, and you could be wrong as hell.
Right.
And you gotta watch out for
the way up.
Right. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And you
gas you up out of your relationship.
Literally. And then swoop in and be like, oh, well, you said you didn't want.
Oh, yeah. And I think folks especially if you're in a relationship, understand the emotional ebbs and flows of being in a relationship. You might have caught me on a day where I'm just heated, crack voice and all, but just heated. And especially out of a lot of folks, you too, and there's one other person that I'm thinking of that I know I have gone to other times too, now I'm thinking out loud, that are just in relationships and they get the ebbs and flows, the dynamics and things like that, and you would be able to speak about it. Like, it's like, okay, Cara, I know you was just hyped up that week and chalk it up to just being emotional or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Not everyone gets that. And I think we talked about this as just another, obviously, best of moment that we'll get into next week. But this year, I think one of the questions was just like, do we call certain people besties or something like that? Or we know how to go to certain people for certain things, like, and that's just the relationship dynamic, and it is what it is. I can't remember if that was on here, if that was us on someone else's podcast. Anyway.
That was us.
That was us.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you two get that dynamic as well. And this other person I'm thinking in my head, that even outside of like my brother and sister, even though they're in their own relationships, would be a little different dynamic, just because just being gay and then being in interracial relationships and things like that, that not everyone gets that part of it too, So I don't want people to be listening to like, well, Cara, I thought you come to me. That's not the dynamic we have. We have other dynamics that I go to you specifically for.
Yeah.
So don't get in your feelings about it. Like, I go to you for certain things that I don't go to Jerome DeWan and my brother says blah 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 blah. So, but but even to this dynamic, to this degree, saying to tell someone that I'm having an affair and then I'm going to leave somebody. If it ain't y'all, I don't know who it would be.
Honestly, if it ain't y'all, because I know y'all gonna ask the questions, who it is, let me see a picture, what that dick do. Like, y'all asking, y'all be like, I want it to make sense.
Right. It's like houseway.
I feel like the times that I've talked about things in the context of like my relationships, I've learned early on, and I've got burned on both sides of this, both, being privy to information about somebody else and then that burning me, and fracturing that relationship, and they still together. They still together.
Yeah.
And on the other end of it. So like, about sharing, and then that me sharing something about about my previous relationship, and then it coming to bite me in the end. And those are really hard lessons to learn. And one of the things that I took from that is, if I'm going to talk to somebody, because there have been things that I've shared with each of you, that I've shared with my best friend Milos, or my best friend Rashad, like there are things that I've shared with people that are closest to me, that are about my shit, not the person that I'm with, not them. Like, I'm not shading them. I'm saying, okay, this is what happened. I'm pissed about it, or I've been fucked up, or I think I fucked up. Am I missing something? Like, that's one thing, but this is not that. No. This is not that. This is not like, oh yeah, I screwed around and got caught up in a entanglement.
Right. Complicated order.
Right. And now I'm trying to figure it out, versus, like, hey, I did something, to my wife, and I'm still trying to figure out how do I recover from this? How do I make it right? What do I, please tell me what you see in me that's leading me, because maybe there's a blind spot. Like, that's one part of a conversation, but this is something. This is destructive. This is destructive information.
Whew, it's like, damn, can I just get a present, eat some good food? It's like, shit, I done made it to the end of the year, work crazy, and then you dropping this on me? Fuck. Right. Damn, I can't get no peace. Joy and peace this holiday season. So I
think at the end of the day, for the
that it wasn't a community question.
For the sister, though, I would honestly be just like, you have to do what your heart is telling you in this case. There's no right or wrong answer. You have to do what you feel is best for you and your own sanity and in your gut, because can't nobody else tell you that. But that's a shitty situation. I don't care how close you all are. This is a shitty situation that your brother has now brought you into. Under the guise of you having a close relationship.
It's like that Nene.
I need to know this information.
Like, shit, I didn't even say you bringing my name. I ain't even said nothing over here.
Friday night, you and your boys went out to eat.
Honey. So you ask your auntie questions to aya@minorityReport.com or DM us. And we need some new ones for the new year. So we know it's that season. So if you got a situation like this, let us know. Again, anonymous. We would no judgment. We done seen too many of these questions come in to have any kind of judgment, because we got our own messiness too that we be sharing on here as well. So, but continue to send those questions in. We love engaging with you all, and you all have sent some great questions throughout the years and continue to do so. So we appreciate you. Before we get out of here, I know we're at the end. I just want to kind of, wrap it up with some Christmas trivia, because, I found this article that I was like, okay, I didn't know why things are the way they are, or, how long it takes for something to be. And I just wanted to see what you're talking about. So you were talking about mulled wine earlier, and that was one of the things here. It's like, one of the questions was like, what would you be drinking if you had, and I don't even know how to say this, glowwine? It looks German with the symbols above some of these letters, but it was mulled wine. So, so we'll start off easy. How do you say Merry Christmas in Hawaiian? Maybe it's not easy.
Aloha, Merry Christmas.
Y'all know it. You're gonna know it the second I say it. It's a Christmas song. Mele kaliki maka is Hawaiian way. Merry Christmas to you. You've never heard that melody?
I've heard it, but have not committed it to memory.
Oh, right. So maybe this ain't as easy as I thought.
It has grazed the earlobes at some point in time, but a bitch was not listening.
Right. I may have been in the room when it was on.
Merry Christmas, a very Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. And by the way, I want to spend a holiday.
Who listens to Christmas music right now? This is that moment.
The second you get up, you're going to start hearing it, because you know how these phones be working. That shit going to pop up like ASAP. You're going to get on the Instagram. It's going to be the first song on there. Okay, well, shit. And by the way, I want to spend a holiday in Hawaii. And I think last year conversation we were talking about making our own traditions, and last week with the hubbies, a couple of traditions. That might be one going forward. Just like, I just need a vacay somewhere warm on a beach during the holiday.
I did that. I did that once, and it was like I spent it away from the family. Went on a holiday with some friends, and that was amazing.
Yep, I'm here for it. Okay, so let's see here. You might not know this one, but it's interesting. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer started off as a marketing gimmick for what store? And it's going to be an old school store.
Woolworths?
That's a good guess, though. And Jarrell, old
Sears?
School store. I want to see what his old definition of old school store is.
Look, mine is Macy's. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Montgomery Ward. Ward.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I think they were actually bought out by Macy's. Montgomery Ward. I think they were bought out by Macy's.
That was right.
Close enough.
Take that, bamboo.
Right. There's one on here. How long does it take for a tree to reach the average ideal, quote unquote, Christmas tree height? if you get a real tree?
Ooh.
8 years.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 12.
15.
Yeah. Wow, and that's like what 8-foot tree?
I think 8 foot. It doesn't say that, but I think that is normally an 8 foot, 9 foot tree.
15 years. Wow.
15 years. Yeah, man.
Wow.
So you got to, and that's the thing. Like if you recall, I think it was a few years, or maybe right during COVID. Remember, there was those articles, and they were having news things saying they were having these shortages of trees because more folks were home and things like that, and wanting a live tree to kind of feel some kind of normalcy during the holidays. And obviously 15 years ago, you couldn't plan COVID. So they were running out of the number of trees that they were having that year just due to, you predict and say, okay, in 15 years, we're going to need X amount of trees. And over time, a lot more folks have gone to fake trees or whatever. But that was a year where they saw a blip and they were kind of running out of these mature trees that season. Let's see here. What Christmas decoration was originally made from strands of silver?
Wait, say that again?
What Christmas decoration was originally made from strands of silver? And that's the key word, strands.
Tinsel?
There you go. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Hey.
That sounded like a trick question.
Right,
it really
right.
did. I was like, what?
It was actually made of strands of silver. Obviously, now it's strands of plastic. 3 of Santa's reindeer names begin with the letter D. What are these D names?
Dasher.
Donner. And
what's the third one you're missing?
Dominic. No, I'm kidding.
Dominic. It's the first one they say in the song.
I honestly don't know the song.
Dancer.
Dancer.
Donner, and
Dancer,
Listen.
Yeah,
so you missed Dancer there.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I like Dominic better.
Dom. Hey, Dom and what 3 words best describe the Grinch? And he says it about himself.
Oh,
Lord.
No. He's a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
And he says it, and it's like an end of a stanza too. He says, I
don't know.
Community, yell out here. What's the answer? I'm gonna put some of these in clips too. Stink, stank, stunk. No?
He stank and stunk. I would have never known
he says that.
Girl, never would have gotten that one.
Damn.
And let the record show that at least Auntie Chardonnay is not known for names, dates, and lyrics. So I'm batting 26 out of 100 on this test.
Is a true statement. You're right on that. Shit, I'm trying to find some easier ones there. Fuck. Look, this ain't going like I thought it was going.
Right, that's okay. Come on, just get the ones you got.
Yeah. Okay.
You might surprise ourselves.
This one says the red-white costume of Santa was allegedly first introduced by this drink manufacturer. And just think of this time of year. What drink manufacturer is very known with this time of year?
Coca-Cola.
There you go. Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Coca-Cola was the one that really kind of started the whole red and white costume that we now see as Santa Claus.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, what's the most recorded Christmas song of all time? I don't know how they know this, but
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Okay.
That's from Santa Claus.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same.
Silent Night.
Oh, okay.
Silent Night. Let's see here. How many ghosts are there in a Christmas Carol?
3.
4.
Damn.
Past, present, future. Oh, and there was one other one that was a guide.
The guide.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad y'all know I didn't know.
But they don't
they don't count.
That was a little bit of a trick question because when they talk about the ghost that visit him in the night, you will be visited by Ghost 3.
Right. Yeah.
By Christmas Ghost 3 or the stanza or whatever. Okay, never mind. I get partial credit for that one.
Right.
So I'm up to a 32.
Let's see here. Roughly how many accidental fires are started? Well, that doesn't seem right. What's special? This number seems low to me, but okay. What sparks roughly blank about? Well, it says blank amount, so I'm gonna say dried out Christmas trees start this many accidental fires each holiday season, and this number seems low to me, so I want to check this.
I'd probably say maybe like, and this is in the world or the U.S.
See, I don't know. It doesn't. Let's see here. And this
I
is
have to
from
imagine
last
it's
season.
the U.S.
I'm thinking it's U.S. as well.
Okay, so then I'm gonna say honestly maybe like 30.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 1,000.
So that's 100. So that's interesting that you were thinking that low, Jarrell.
Mhm.
Wow. I was thinking like maybe thousands as well.
Yeah, I would across the entire United States. I would guesstimate that there would be like 5,000 house fires that happen because of dried out Christmas trees or whatever.
Yeah, and maybe it goes back to now that so many people do fake trees now that
maybe
that over time the number kind of goes down, because I think I saw in some other articles looking at this, it was like an 85-15 split at this point now. That
and
it's
I also
about
wonder
50% real, 85 fake.
I also wonder if it's like if it has to do with the fact that it's because of the tree being dry or faulty wiring. Like, those could be two totally different things.
That's true. How many gifts in total were given in the 12 Days of Christmas song? So you keep on going. It's the stanzas. You keep going and looping.
Oh, how many?
Through. How many total gifts?
I can't do that math.
Okay, hold on. I got you. Hold on. Wait.
I need to get a calculator.
No, don't cheat. Don't cheat with a calculator.
Yeah, I can't
12,
do math.
12 and 11 is 33. Plus 10 is 43. Plus 9 is 52. Plus 8 is 60. Plus 7 is 67. Plus 6 is 67. Is 73. Plus 5, 78. Plus 4, 82. Plus 3, 85. 3 more. 88 gifts.
But then you gotta remember, you say on the first day of Christmas, the church gave a fountain in the pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, the church gave and a budget. So now you gotta do the multiplication of that.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, pull that calculator out.
Right, girl, get that calculator out.
Pull the graphing calculator out. That one,
the TI 83 plus.
I got 78.
Okay,
that doesn't seem right to me.
You're both wrong. 364.
Yeah, because now when you say it at every line when they say it, I was just thinking of each.
Oh, so you're talking about
every time. So
total.
Every day. Yes.
Total.
This is why I didn't take this.
Keisha Pam. Total.
That's it, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a trick question because it wasn't actual gifts. It was just gifts.
It said the 12 Days of Christmas song.
Yes. The song.
There we go.
Yeah,
364.
That's a bullshit question because the song says on this day I got this.
Exactly. You got to go from the beginning of the song to the end of the song. It said on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave me and in a dream. On the second day, okay. So she told you the first day, the second day, the third day. It came all the way back and told you.
That's the one. Yeah.
So that 364 gifts. So that ain't a bullshit answer. It's the song.
That's why I took the ACTs and not the SATs.
I had to take both. My parents made me take both of them things.
Because,
like I said, it makes sense because at the time
I was going to state school for fashion design.
Yeah,
I didn't
they were like, go to Florida, because I wanted to go to Florida State at the time, so it makes sense. But let's see here.
Let's do a couple more because I just gotta go.
Which popular holiday plant is known to be an aphrodisiac? Aphrodisiac. Come on, Brandy.
I actually like that album.
It is a good album. Timberland, man. Which spirit is traditionally added to butter and served with Christmas pudding?
Wait, what?
What spirit?
Whiskey.
Okay. So what liquor?
Okay.
What liquor is traditionally added to butter and served with Christmas pudding?
That sounds so disgusting. I have no idea. But I'm gonna say it have to be a brown liquor of some sort.
Brandy.
That's
how I tied in the two. Hey.
There
we go. Okay, and end with this one because it's funny. And on every street corner, you hear what?
A hooker. Oh.
sucky sucky.
Ho ho ho!
Ho ho! Right?
You hear us? Ho ho
ho! The answer is Silver Bells.
That's cute.
That's funny. But yeah, community, you know, hopefully you're safe and sound. We know this season could be lonely for some folks. Hopefully this episode exactly brought a little moment of cheer and jolliness in your life. If you're lonely, communicate with the community. Like, reach out to the community. We got that group. If you haven't joined it, by the way, we haven't plugged it in a long time. The Facebook group. Start talking in there. That's what it's there for. It's for y'all to talk amongst each other to build a community, even without your aunties being the ones that's starting the conversation. So there's no reason to feel extra lonely this holiday season. You have us, and you have means and ways to communicate with us, but also ways to communicate with the community as a entire whole. So do that. Like, and it's easier said than done. I get that. Completely understand that. But we just don't want you to feel by yourself. You're not by yourself this holiday season. Yeah. Or any other season of the year. But specifically, we know this could be a triggering part of the year for a lot of folks. But with that said, we taking us a little vacay, but we have some dope episodes coming up. Do not listen to the best of episodes, because it's a whole damn brand new episode damn near. Yep. So those are coming out in the next couple of weeks. We will see you in the new year, but please, again, stay tuned to the next couple of episodes because they're fire. Anything else from you two? Thank you. I'm going to just say thank you to you two. We didn't even say it on the best of episodes. Thank you to you two. We made it through another year.
Yes. Hey. Another one in the bag.
Right. Hey, there we go. And community, especially this holiday season, wash your hands, your legs, and your ass. And happy holidays. We'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.